pin you up and then say hello to everybody and tell everybody who you are.
I am Carolyn Turner, and I am a regional vice president in Cincinnati, Ohio. Been with Metro since 2014, and Paul invited me to come and share some time with you all tonight.
So Carolyn and I had lunch together while I was in Cincinnati last week. This is something that's highly unusual. Uh, we actually are crossing teams. She's not part of John Mesco's team at all. But Carolyn is a great claims writer and a great adjuster. Although she's kind of like me, she would rather not adjust. So we will. I want to also let's see here. I want to have a Bahi say hello. Are you? Oh, you don't have your camera on yet.
No, I'm just finishing up cooking.
All right, we'll let you be then. We'll let you.
Okay, I'm here.
All right. So I want everyone to give out a big shout out to Mike Proto and to James Saunders, our two newest licensed and promoted claims reps on the team.
Yay!
Good job, guys.
Yeah, I want to brag. Paul, I want to brag about James.
Well, no, I don't want you to. I want James to brag on himself here a little bit. James, can you unmute yourself and just tell a little bit about your background and what you did to get yourself promoted as quickly as you did?
All right. So prior to, I guess 6 weeks ago now, I had no experience in this at all, but I was always curious about owned houses and stuff, but never really understood. I wanted to understand more about the other side of it. So I'm an educator, high school special education teacher, but I'm bored. To be honest with you, I'm just burnt out of doing that, and on top of that, the income is not there on top of that. Met with Paul and I connected him because he's a musician too, and I wanted to make a change. And I saw the vision for this. I still see the vision for this. I mean, I'm eager to learn. I don't know a lot. I'm still learning. Robert has been very supportive and teaching me. And how I was able to get the 3 claims, I play organ for church. And I just went and I don't know if it was good or bad, but it was good so far because I got 3 claims that were all through people in the church. And I'm continuing I got three more definites, and then I got 3 more potentials that I'm going to reach out to these people. And, I want to keep it going. I'm really enthusiastic about it. I see how it could be beneficial and how it helps people. And I just want to help people. And I'm anxious to keep learning.
Nice. Thanks, James, man. I appreciate it. Mike, how about you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Me on the spot, man. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I've been in the business world. I've been in a nonprofit world. I was in one organization for 7 years, and I walk in the door one day, and that was that after 7 years.
Wow.
So, I got to a point where I was just really looking for something where I could be more independent, be my own boss, for the most part. And this really appealed to me. And Paul, to your credit, I think you're a good recruiter, a great recruiter. And, you're excellent at what you do and you're persuasive. So I think I was considering this for a while, and then I didn't quite do it. And Paul probably went into Rapid Funnel to send me a reminder message a few months later. And I picked things up, and Paul said, you got to take the test. You got to take the test. And so, I was a little hesitant at first, but I just scheduled it, passed it the first time. And, now I'm happy that I finally got my 3 training claims in.
Nice. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Yeah. And Mike had kind of gone stale, and we got him, jump started again. And he was a little bit concerned about, he had some things going on financially, and he wasn't sure about how that was going to all work out. And we were able to make it work for him. And, here he is now. He's licensed. He's got himself moving forward in a new career. The 2 of you, great job, guys. We've got, is Les on or no? I don't see her on. Maria, you recently got you got your license out in Kentucky, and she's been promoted as well. So I don't know, Maria, do you want to say anything? Are you? I don't see your camera or anything. So
Yes, I'm actually on the road, so I didn't want to distract anybody with my car.
okay.
But yeah, actually, I got my license back in March. Failed the first time because I didn't have enough materials, not the right ones, just not enough, because Kentucky is a wide coverage of different things.
And it's new. It's a new territory for us too, Maria. So you're one of the first, and so you kind of are blazing a trail there for us.
Yes. So I'm just really excited to be able to do this for people, because I've been down on the other side of the insurance screwing me over, and I don't want that to happen to people that work very hard for their money. So super excited.
Nice. Thanks, Maria.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
I've recruited a number of people from Kentucky, but I've only had one person ever pass the test. So that's good news.
Oh yeah, Maria, and she worked hard at putting it together right. And Stacy's right behind her, right, Stacy?
I'm trying.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna try. You're gonna do it, girl.
Hey,
None of that
Stacy, how about
trying.
let's sing you instead of just your background?
Yeah.
Do what?
We only see your background. We don't see you.
Oh, I had the little slide shut. Sorry.
That's all right. So yeah, no, Stacy will be another licensed person in Kentucky when we get in another couple of weeks, probably, or month. So that's great. All right, let's go ahead. Will somebody have something else?
Before you start, Angela passed her test, so we waiting to get her next two folks, and she will be promoted.
Nice, and that'll be another person in Virginia.
Yeah, so we want to congratulate Angela too.
That's another great state where we don't have a lot of coverage, and you guys are blazing a trail, and it's exciting to be part of this team and to be doing this into new territories. I'm hoping to have a couple of people in Utah and Colorado very shortly as well. So let's just keep our fingers crossed on that. All right, so let's go into presentation. What I was talking with somebody, I've forgotten now who it was. Maybe it was Anakin, maybe it was Maria. I'm not sure now. But they were talking about the fact that they needed some more experience on Zoom in order to feel comfortable with it. They just didn't feel like they had their arms around Zoom and how to do it properly. So what I want to do today is go through a little Zoom training. I also have the leadership slides that were presented by Steve this morning. Some of these I'm sure he'll do again during the call at 9 o'clock. But let's kind of go through this. So I'm going to go through the June promotions. We have some great promotions going on. We have a fast track that's now scheduled for July 17th. So mark that down on your calendar. It's going to be both online as well as in person on the Atlantic City Boardwalk. Well, not on the boardwalk physically, but on a at a hotel. Then we're going to talk about Zoom, and then obviously open it up for Q&A.
Hey, Paul, before you start, also want to mention next Friday is the company picnic.
Well, that's coming up in the June promotions and stuff. So yeah, so let's first off, all licensed reps, if you have if you are unemployed from your full-time work, but need and want to still earn money doing training claims, you can do that. We are providing a $300 expense reimbursement for licensed reps. This is something we've never done before. But because there's a number of people that are unemployed and are really need those unemployment checks. What we want to do is give you a way of writing a claim and getting some capital on it right away, and then you can hold off the remainder of your payment on that, the fee, until the client actually gets paid, and hopefully you'll have work at that point. But right now, you can get a $300 bonus on any claim that you write during the month of June. For our trainees, not only do you get the $200 normal expense reimbursement, but you're also going to be able to get an additional $300 on all training claims done during the month of June. So you can get $1,500 if you haven't done any training claims yet. You have the potential of doing three training claims in June and earning $1,500 in expense reimbursement. Again, this is not money that goes on a W-2 or on a 1099. So this is not reported to the government as income. This is expense reimbursement. What expenses, you may say? Well, there's expenses associated with writing claims, and there's expenses associated with getting your license. So you are getting compensated for those expenses in advance. We also have an all-star team. The all-star team is able to write as many claims as they want during the month of June and get the $500. Currently, James and Mariah are the two members that are on our team that are on the all-star team. Now, you may say, hey, I want to be an all-star. And I say, yes, you do. So what you want to do, guys, gals, team members, associates, what you need to do is write 2 training claims this month, and you will be an all-star next month. And all training claims you do next month, you will get $500 all throughout the month of July for every training claim you do. All right. So Arnold, maybe you didn't do 2 training claims in May so that you could do it this month, but you can do 2 this month. And now you can be an all-star next month. And you can also now write as many claims as you want. Even after you get promoted, James, you are still going to get the $500, even though you're a claims rep, and you're going to get the 20% as well.
Yeah, Richard Murray is also on that. I think he's on the call tonight.
Oh, Richard, you're on the call. Dude, you're on it too.
And he completed his 3rd training claim. So it's beneficial because he can be a claims rep and still get the bonuses as a trainee pay.
Congratulations, Richard. Excellent. I see you turned on your camera to celebrate this. Yes, good man. Good man. I love it. I like the hairdo.
I also have a question too.
Yes, sir.
Previously, the bonuses do not include prior claims. Does this include prior claims?
No,
Can I
it
do a
doesn't.
reopen?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay,
I know.
I'm just checking.
That's
checking.
the low-hanging fruit, dude.
Okay.
You're gonna get paid the big bucks. You got to go after the big fruit.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Thanks.
All right. So Mariah's not on the call, I don't think. If you are, let me know. But I don't see you. But Mariah did 2 claims as well, and James, you did them. So you guys, Richard, all 3 of you are on it. I'm really proud of you guys. That's a great achievement. Everybody else on this call that's a trainee has the potential. Linda, you do. Daniel, Angela, you can do it. You guys can do this and be on it for July. Here's just another. Jim is one of Robert's guys, and then Mariah is one of mine. All right, so here's the fast track. Saturday, July 17th, we're going to provide 3 CE credits. All of you who have your license will need CE credits. Every 2 years, you need a certain number. Depends on the state that you live in. But normally, it's somewhere between 12 and 18. Some states are 24, but most of them are between 12 and 18 every 2 years. So here's an opportunity to get 3 of them for $50. Now, why would you come in person if you can do it over the internet? Here's the reason why. You cannot get the experience of meeting with 100 or 200 other public adjusters in one space at one time, and the energy that that has, and the great friendships and relationships you develop through meeting with these people. I promise you that if you come, I will make sure you get introduced to Steve McCaffrey and to Bill Undercuffler. I think it's just tremendous. It is events like this that enabled me to become a regional manager, and I think Abahi will say the same thing. I think Carolyn will say the same thing. These are the things that make it happen for you. Don't let it pass up. So there are rooms available at the Ocean Resort. I'm going to tell you they're expensive. They're about $240, $250 a night. You can get a room in Atlantic City at a good 4-star hotel for about $100 or less a night. If you wanted to come in and make a long weekend of it, bring in your significant other and just have a good weekend, you can do that. If you want to come in just for the day, do that. But I really recommend you come in. We're going to have a lot of promotions, an opportunity for some people to go across the stage. There's nothing like doing that. And I just think you're going to have a great time with it. So I recommend you do it in person, but one way or the other, do it. If you can't do it in person, do it the live stream and record it so that we all can look at it later. Anybody else have anything else to say about this? Carolyn, Abahi, no? Glenn?
That's definitely worth your time and effort to be there and to network with other people. And,
I know it's a hike. Like for you, it's a hike. It's about 11 hours for you to make it here, Carolyn. And for Maria, it's going to be about 11 hours. Stacy, I know that's a long time. Make a long weekend of it. You've got enough time to schedule it. And I can tell you it'll be a great time. Carolyn will even get you a bagel. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'll be there. I'm just going to check flights and see if I can make it.
Abahi lives in Atlanta, Georgia, guys. So, that's her commitment. That's why she's on this call, is because she's one of these people that she and Carolyn, I just love them both. They're committed, they do their work, and they're willing to share their experiences. Why not share with them, and we can all become stronger. So I love that. I love that about them. And you guys can't do better than meeting people like them. And the best way to do that is at an event like this.
Paul, Maria has raised her hand.
What's that?
Maria has raised her hand.
Maria, go for it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of ask you really quickly, because on the material that I studied for the test in Kentucky, they specifically say that Kentucky has to approve the place where the CE credits come from. So do you guys have something that we can have so I can submit to the Department of Insurance and say, I'm taking my class here? Is it going to count towards my credits?
Yeah, actually, what I want you to do is, if you can put an email together to Janice and to Bill Undercuffler, and just make that request, they'll answer that for you.
Okay, we'll do.
Because they're responsible. They're responsible for making sure that the CE credits are available and are authorized in each of the states.
Okay, I will send an email.
That's part of Janice's responsibility. All I see is Dip's iPhone. You've got your hand up as well.
Hey, Paul. Sorry, I still need to change this. I changed my email and stuff. But my friend wants to, get started with the company, but he's worried because he has a felony pending against him. Is he allowed to join?
Not a problem. Unless the felony is that he robbed a bank or defrauded an insurance
No.
company.
No, it's not. It's nothing like
So,
that. I promise.
all of us had issues when we were young, and some of us got caught, and some of us got lucky and didn't get caught. So, you know, but almost all of us had something happen when we were younger. So, not a problem. Those are the big things. You just have to be able to, you know, just identify it on the application. You state what happened and the disposition of it, and you're in great shape.
And
So
Janice
that's
will
not a
help you with
problem.
that as well.
Have them get involved.
Because I know I got hired instantly. I don't know if like he would get hired or not.
Yes, he would.
Okay. Thank you.
And
that was
we
it.
can talk. We can talk more about that, you know, offline. So that's not a big. But yeah, no. The big issue is that the states don't want to have somebody on board who's been a known felon on stealing, robbing, defrauding. Those are the big issues.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like that. It's just, you know, some stupid stuff. But okay, thank you.
You got it. All right, so let's talk about Zoom. Zoom is really the platform now that we're all using to do our meetings and to interview people. So there's two ways of using Zoom. One is on your phone or on your tablet, and the other is with your laptop or desktop. When I host a meeting, I like doing it on my on my desktop or laptop. I don't like doing it on my phone, and that's because the phone doesn't give you as many options as far as being able to provide screen sharing and stuff like that. So it's much easier to do it when you're hosting, to do it on a laptop or on a desktop. I highly recommend that. However, you can do it, and if your meeting is not involving desktop or, you know, application sharing and stuff, there's no problem in doing it on your phone. I've had a number of meetings with Anakin and with others on the phone because I was driving, and we were basically doing a video telephone call. Zoom can be used as a video telephone call, and that's fine. And it's a really nice platform for it because it's free. So it's what you would do is you go to Apple Store or Google Play Store and download the application. You do not have to have your own account in order to use the product. So you download it and install it. And then when you have a meeting like this one, and you want to join, there's a button there, and you just hit join. You type in the meeting number. Sometimes there's a password, and you will be brought into the meeting immediately. If you're going to do your own, there's a button called New Meeting, and you will get a number that will be created for that meeting, and then you can share that number with other people either via text or via email, and you can do your own meeting that way. On your laptop, you can go to www.zoom.us. It's not zoom.com or net or anything like that. It's .us. And you can download a client onto your desktop or your laptop, which will be a fast way of getting access to Zoom. But you can also do it via the browser. I used to do it always doing the browser. Now I only do it using the browser when I have to go into Steve McCaffrey's account to do like a quick start or something like that. When I'm doing my own, I do it via the client on the laptop. There are on the computer, there's a tab up on the top called Resources. That is where you'll download the Zoom client, but that's also where there's a number of great video tutorials on how to set up a meeting, how to set up your settings, etc. There are a number of great tutorials on it. Also, there's a number of tutorials on YouTube. So if you do a Zoom search on YouTube, you'll also come up with a number of great resources there for you. When you're setting up your own meeting, there is no real limit on the number of people. Typically, it's going to be at least, you're going to have a maximum of at least 100 people. I have yet to hit the 100 number. I've had as many as 55 on a interview call, but for the most part, my meetings are typically anywhere between 8 and about 35, 40 people. Um, so you really don't need any larger account setting than that. I don't use a password, as you found out coming in here. I use a waiting room, and I do that because I don't want people to have too much to have to remember. I'm a little bit of a simpleton, and so I try to pretend that everybody is like me, and so it's easier not to have so many numbers to remember. So that's why I don't do a password. I just do a waiting room.
Paul, Anakin has raised her hand.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Paul, just wanted to jump in really quick. I don't know if you're going to talk about green screens. I may be jumping the gun.
Yeah, that's in a little bit.
Paul, I was. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Abahi.
I was going to say that if
you're muted out.
Oh, am I still muted?
No, it's just your voice went nowhere. It went away.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me good now?
Yeah. Keep
Okay.
a little bit closer to you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I was just saying that you get 40 minutes when you don't have the paid Zoom account.
That is one of the biggest limitations.
With
Yeah,
more
when
than
you have
one
more
person
than
only.
two.
One person, it's not 40 minutes.
Yeah, if it's just two people on the call, you get more than 40. But if a trainee is setting up a call between you and somebody else, that Zoom account will have a 40-minute limit to it.
Right. And almost every meeting you do is going to probably have 3 people in it. You're going to have yourself, perhaps a trainee, and or an instructor, and the client. So you're looking at 3 people typically.
Yeah.
I don't let people chat in my Zoom rooms. Why? Because I can't control what they're going to say, and oftentimes I don't know them. On this one, I could, and I probably should. I just haven't set it up yet. I'll do that. But normally on an interview one, I don't know what they're going to say, and I've had people say some pretty nasty things on a call. They had not been invited, and so they were kind of. It was early on last year in the COVID thing. Zoom had not yet put a lot of the safeguards in place, so I got victim to that. So there's 2 things I did. I took away the whiteboarding, so I don't let people write or annotate to my slides because people were putting 4-letter words out there that I just had no value to the presentation, if you know what I mean. And so I took that away. What's that about, Mike? Just doing it for the heck of it?
Just got my package from John Mesco.
So, yeah, I'll have you talk about that at the end. So, personally, I decided to remove the whiteboard and remove the chat. Those were my personal decisions. You may decide to do something different. I do like the idea of having the meeting control toolbar showing all throughout my presentations, because at some point I may want to have to look at who's participating. I may want to change, or I may want to share a screen. I may want to take away a share. May want to develop a co-host. So if I have that toolbar available at all the time, I don't have to go looking for it. I also allow for remote control. Why I do that is because oftentimes I will, and some of you have had this happen to you, Anakin, Maria, a couple of you, where all of a sudden I say, "Hey, why don't you do the presentation?" And I have the presentation on my screen, but you are the one that's going to control it. So you end up doing the presentation with my screen. So it's a nice way to be able to allow for a trainee to move forward, and kind of force the issue. which with some people you have to do. With Anakin and Marie, I didn't have to do it. They were more than willing to do it, but some people aren't. Nonverbal feedback. That's like lifting up the hand, like Anakin has right now, and you can also choose to ignore it sometimes. Meeting reactions. That also is there. Abahi, did you have something you wanted to say or no?
Oh no, I'm okay. Thanks.
Okay. There's also additional account settings, like Anakin was talking about, virtual backgrounds. You can allow for virtual backgrounds or to have them removed. I'm a big advocate of virtual backgrounds. I'm right now in a very small fourth bedroom in our home. It also serves as a closet for my wife, if you know what I mean. Because she doesn't like the closet in our room. It's not big enough. So yeah. So what I do is I put up, I bought a green, I bought 2 green, shower curtains, curtains. And I just I hang them from the ceiling, and they're my green screen. And so this is just all green screen back there, and it hides her closet. So that's a real nice, it's a real nice thing. You can do things a lot more expensively, but there's no need to. I like the idea of the professionalism of a green screen. It also allows you to do some other things like change it, so that you can, you can actually, let's see here. So I can change my background. I can go into other, have things set up in different ways. And that's all because I've got a green screen in the background that allows me to do all these transitions. So green screen is really helpful. Video filters is another thing you can do. If you have been on the rapid funnel calls, Andrew uses a video filter to block out the office that he's in so that it only really sees his face. Abahi, I don't know if you could do that, if you could put a filter on you right now, the filter that would just blur everything except for your face. But Edward, you might be able to do it too, or Glenn. But I just want to see if somebody can show it.
I don't see where that. I'm in video.
So she just put on the black and white filter. But you can see Abahi's got a bunch of different changes there that are going on. Oh, that's right. I can't pin you because I'm sharing a screen. Edward or Glenn, can you do those or no? Do you know how to get that filter in there?
No, I don't know where it is.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something I use when I'm not when I don't have a green screen here.
Well, unfortunately, this PC is not capable.
Ah, okay.
Abahi's doing a good job of combing her hair and her hat.
Let me see here if I can do it. Choose a video filter. Well, you can do a lot of different things, but that's not there. Where is it?
I blurred my background.
You did it?
Yep.
Where are you?
Angela.
Angela, yes. Okay, so you did it. So, and Abahi is now in all yellow. So, yeah, the filters are kind of fun. You can do them. You can also turn them off. Oh, Carolyn's got a new hat and some glasses. Oh, Robert does too. So as you can see, I left filters on so people could play around a little bit.
Hey, James, you should have this one on.
Yeah.
Well, I think the blur function is under the backgrounds. Not the
Is
filter.
it under backgrounds?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I have on now.
The blur is on the background.
Yeah,
Let me look.
blur.
Oh, video filter there. No.
I have
It
video
is.
No, under
filters up on the
virtual
screen.
backgrounds.
Yeah, I just don't have it on this PC. I guess I don't have it listed.
Oh, they have
What
a
kind
new
of
one.
question? I go on, it's the arrow button next to the video.
Yes.
That then gives you, okay, so when I click on background and filters, it only gives me a selection of 5.
Yeah, so try the background, try the virtual background.
You have to click on I have virtual green screen, and then you have the option, like I'm doing. Even though I don't have a green screen.
Yeah, but that's exactly right. That's that's the kind of thing to do. Glenn, that's very scary. All right. So at any rate, we can play around with that all day long. You can have it that your attendees can join your meeting before you get into it. I don't do that. I have them wait in the waiting room. You can automatically record each of the meetings if you want. As Bahi mentioned, the duration is at 40 minutes without the paid version. The paid version, I think, is $11 a month or something like that. It's not a lot. I highly recommend it. It makes it a lot more flexible. It also gives you the ability to use your own Zoom meeting room. So, for example, my meeting room is 908-409-1957. That also happens to be my Google marketing telephone number on my phone. So if somebody knows my marketing telephone number, they know how to get into my Zoom meeting. So it makes it so it's all, for me, it makes it much more consistent and easy. Also, there's additional scheduling options. You can schedule things out much further in advance. Everybody has the meeting room number at that point. You can do surveys at the end of your meeting. You can ask questions. You can also get reports on the meetings. So I think it's well worth it to that's a resource to buy. And I would recommend that it's worth the investment. Let me kind of go into it and just kind of show you a little bit about what. Now, am I still sharing my screen or no?
Yes, you are, Paul.
Yes? Okay. So here's my Zoom interface. If I go into my account, I can set up meetings. I have my own, I've got obviously the team training, which I'm in right now. That's the only pre-scheduled one I have. But I can also then look at my recordings. I can do different settings. Here are all the settings that you have options on. You can set up to have a meeting passcode. As you can see, I don't do that. I do the personal meeting instead. Host video, I immediately start with my video on. I can also make it so that participants can start with the video on, which is something I just changed. Audio, you can limit it so that the audio is only going to be your computer audio. I have some people that come in on the phone, and so I do want to have the phone and the computer available for audio. In meeting, you can, here's where you allow meeting participants to use chat. You can also have the a file transfer ability. I haven't really had the need for that, but I can do it if I need to. Providing feedback, co-hosting. I've made Robert a co-host. That enables me to leave the meeting at 8 o'clock and he will take over and the meeting doesn't have to end. So these are all the different options you have. This is all under account settings right here. You then also have room management. You can do some advanced things as well. They have live training. You have video tutorials and a knowledge base that are available to you.
Breakout rooms.
It's really a pretty good program. It's $150 a year. What is that? $10, $11, $12 a month. That's really not bad, guys. That's a really good investment for for all of the ability that you get with this product. And with the amount of times I'm on Zoom, probably 3 or 4 times a day. you know, it's really nice to be able to have the same meeting name and meeting number for everybody so that people don't have to worry about what the number is for this particular meeting versus another meeting. So I highly recommend it. There's two products I would recommend that you actually spend money on. This is one of them. The other one is Calendly. Calendly is just a tremendous resource. I with the free version, you only can have one meeting type. You can see here I have 8 different kinds of meetings I have set up, and it allows me a lot of flexibility in the way I set up meetings and by knowing who or when a meeting is scheduled. For example, if Daniel were going to set up a meeting, or Linda were going to be setting up a meeting with me, they're going to set up what's called an initial. Now I know that that means that they're brand new and that this is going to be their first time meeting with me, so I know what I need to be prepared to do for that training. Let's say, for example, well, Robert has set up meetings with me on an individual basis to do some training to figure out how to get some people moving forward, etc. He would do things based upon this meeting type here, Zoom meeting -M, Zoom -M. Now I know that I'm going to be doing specialized individual training with that person. So I know that it's a different kind of training I need to be prepared for. Calendly is great for being able to set up these different kinds of meetings and being able to get your calendar filled up with the right kind of meetings when you want them. It also allows you to schedule time so that, for example, let's do the initial training. When can people book this event? So I can book up my calendar as to when on every day when they're available. So on Mondays, every Monday morning, I'm tied up. I've got stuff going on every morning, Monday morning until 1:30. So I give myself a 1/2 hour break, and then people can start booking my day again up until 6 p.m. Isn't it? So I'm in charge of my day. I decide how my day is going to be set up, but I open up the times for various kinds of meetings. So you can see on a Tuesday, I end at 4 o'clock. Why? Because sometimes I have to do training at 6. I'm the trainer for the corporate training at 6 o'clock on a pretty regular basis. Well, when am I going to eat dinner? So you see, I have to set up time for that. So what I do is I schedule until 4 o'clock. That then opens up my calendar so that between 4 and 6, I have time to take care of other business I may have, as well as then prepare for my training at 6 o'clock. So Calendly is a real good way of, especially as you get busier and busier. I'm sure Carolyn is starting to recognize the value of this. Abahi has the value of it. Glenn does. I know you guys are starting to use it because you guys are regional managers, or you're almost regional managers, and you've got a lot of different kinds of commitments during the day. Carolyn has adjuster appointments you have to do. So you've got to block out time for them. This is a great way of being able to set up your calendar so that you can block out those times when you need to have time for yourself and then time when you can be available for your team.
Right. That's one thing that has helped me, Calendly, mixing with the Zoom, because individually, everybody is coming from a different place. Even just depending on what state you live in, I have to jump through hoops on trying to figure out, not really jump through hoops because I'm lazy, but we have to figure out, okay, what's your step? So for people who are in my downline, for those who you're trying to get going, you want to send them to these team calls and just give them the link so that they get the reminders, they get the follow-up emails. You don't have to worry about, should I send out a reminder text? But because we have these times set up to meet, I'm meeting with my team 8:30 to 9. Those are my office hours in the morning. You know when to come meet me. That way you don't feel like, hey, I can't get a hold of Abahi, or I can't get a hold of this person or that person. So Calendly does help me. I just look at what my next 24 hours are. And then that's when I know what to do. Am I on the meeting? Am I not? Did somebody schedule a PCR? Did they not? Otherwise, I'm taking naps throughout the day. I really don't like to work hard. I'm kind of lazy actually when I really when I think about it. But these tools make me able to continue my process and do really well, despite how little work I actually like to do.
So Abahi, who's number one on the claims, writing claims this month so far?
Well, I think Lori Fantini actually is up there. She got one.
Who was up there? Who started off the day as number one? Abahi.
Well, that would be me.
Okay, and Abahi. Who's number two in hiring people this month so far? Abahi,
That
number
would be
two?
me again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you lazy.
But you're really a
person,
lazy son of a you know what.
Oh my gosh, he's so lazy.
God forbid you weren't lazy. You might actually be earning a living.
I'm telling you, if I had kids, I would be flushing you guys out the water. If I actually had to work for a purpose other than myself, no, I'm just chilling.
Hey, Paul, do you want to show them
Abahi's one of our
Linktree?
top performers.
Do you want to show them the next step in Linktree, or is that too much for these guys?
Yeah, that's too much right now for this training. Anakin, you had something else you wanted to? You're muted.
Yeah, there was something I was figuring out during the call. The young lady with the Bayou background, I'm sorry, I am
Stacy.
terrible names. Stacy, thank you, Paul. Yeah. Mentioned how the face was moving in and out. I think that's the difference between having a green screen versus not having a green screen.
What?
Having a green screen. So I've got a virtual background of a photo I took.
Oh no, that wasn't me. That was the other lady, Linda or something.
Oh, Linda, yeah, she said that.
Yes, I was asking, but actually Stacy's background is doing what I was. So as I look at Stacy, you kind of have that blurred.
Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. Where it goes around my silhouette.
Yeah. So that's the difference with the green screen.
Yep. Now, the other thing that's nice is that you can actually use a GIF behind you as well, so that you can actually have a moving background. So one of my backgrounds is at the shore, having the waves coming in and breaking behind me while I'm talking, and yeah, that's nice. But yeah, you can also have things going on behind you from a video perspective, not just a still picture.
Hey, Paul, I have a question.
Yes.
Just going back to show me how to do it, but is there a way with all those different meetings, because I've got something similar to you, is there a way to update all of those at the same time?
No.
Oh, okay. Is that's the only thing.
Carolyn, do you mean for your schedule?
What?
Do you mean for your schedule?
Yeah, like for like Paul, the screen you just showed, like all the event types. Can you like, what if I wanted the same time opening for all of these?
Yeah, so there's actually that availability tab up there where you can set that. I haven't gotten good with this availability function, but it will connect to your calendar so that if you do end up having something else scheduled, Calendly won't schedule a meeting at that time.
Yeah, but that's different from what you're suggesting. But I use that exactly the way Abahi mentioned. So, for example, my calendar is actually, let me show you my calendar. So here's my calendar, and you can see, like, for example, I have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. So I have it blocked out. Nobody can actually set up an appointment during that time frame. So I have an adjuster appointment in Richmond on Friday. By the way, anybody in Virginia, I'm going to be in Virginia on Friday if you need me. So let me know. But I have an adjuster appointment, Arnold. I have an adjuster appointment in Richmond, Arnold. So if you have anything that you want me to do, Arnold, I can do that on Friday afternoon, Arnold. I love you, man. You're okay. I tease you, but you're a good man. You know, I only tease people I like, right, James? So at any rate,
He doesn't like me tonight.
yeah, Daniel's going to be soon one of those guys because I'm really glad that he's muted tonight because you should hear his mic, man. His mic is so loud. Turn on your mic for a second, Daniel. Come on, I want you to blast everybody.
Is this okay?
You see what I mean? It's really I don't know what it is with your mic. You're gonna have to change the setting on it. But I'm gonna tease you because I like you. That's all.
What about now? Is that better?
Actually, it is a little bit better, but it's still way over modulated. I can talk to you about it. You actually have to go into your audio settings and just turn down the mic in your audio settings. But so at least he did what I thought he was going to do, which was great. So thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it.
Hey, Paul, you have such exciting colors on your calendar.
Yeah, aren't they? It just shows you what kind of a guy I am. So at any rate, listen, that's all I got. Let's. Do you have any questions? We have a couple more minutes before Abahi and Carolyn and I have to go.
Take your unshare your screen, please.
Yes, I do. This is Linda.
Yeah, Linda.
What moves you from being a trainee to this next step?
Excellent question. So in order to be promoted from a trainee to a claims rep, which is the first step, you have to write 3 training claims. You have to go through a quick start training, which is a Saturday class. It takes about 5-6 hours. And you have to pass your state test. Now, Linda, you're in Ohio?
Yes.
So Ohio, you don't actually have to pass the test. There is no test for the base public adjusting license. If you want to get a license with the ability to get reciprocal licenses in other states, then you will have to take a test. But in order to do business in Ohio, you actually can just apply for your license and get your license.
Okay. One of the things that confused me when you talked about like the All-Star.
Yeah.
If you do 2 training claims the month of June, no, it wasn't the 2, it was the $500 bonus or whatever it was. But you said you could write, if you do 2 training in June, the following month you can write as many as you want and get some kind of bonus.
Yeah.
But as a trainee, so ultimately you can only write 1 more as a trainee because then you get promoted, right?
Right. But even though you get promoted, Metro is still going to give you the $300 bonus, expense reimbursement bonus for all the claims you write during that during the month of July.
I gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so you get treated still like a trainee, even though you're now a claims rep. You still get all the money from the trainee, and then you get paid as 20% as a claims rep.
Double dipping.
Okay, that's where I got confused. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of like double dipping, except for the base $200 becomes an advance instead of just an expense reimbursement.
Hey, Paul.
Yes, Rodney.
Yeah, this one, Abai, maybe this is for you. Since I am registered for that class for next week, am I allowed to go ahead and sign up for the test now, or do I have to complete that course before Georgia will let me sign up for the test?
You could sign up for the test now. Great question.
Okay.
You
All
can.
right. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
Rodney, do it, man. That's great. Excellent. Yeah, Georgia, you actually have to take a 40-hour class in order to get your license. In a lot of states, you just have to pass a test. In Ohio, you don't even have to pass a test. You can just pay for the license and you're done.
Oh, really?
So,
well,
yeah.
I live in Ohio, so can I do that?
Yes.
Oh, really? So how do I do that?
We'll talk about that. You got it.
Robert, I just sent you an email about
This
that.
is Sam Sadler, by the way.
Sign up.
Yeah. Okay, Sam.
I'm in Ohio too. Yay.
Hey, I met your aunt, right?
I heard she said you did, like a very good job explaining everything.
I tried not to be a jerk.
Oh no, she said
that's
you're
very
like
difficult
delightful,
for
man.
Paul.
Sorry. This is nice to have you in Ohio.
It was good to be there. I'll be there again in another week or two to meet with the adjuster there. So hopefully I can see you then as well. But yes, Sam, I'll get you. You just need to send an email to Janice, and she'll get you the paperwork, and you can get your license tomorrow.
Okay, great. I'll email Janice.
Yes, Anakin, you can too.
Paul, is there anywhere
We haven't finished the training claims yet. We're close though.
Paul,
yes,
is
Mike.
is there any place that like just a sheet that outlines what the costs are associated with the tests in other states and the reciprocity in the other states? I'd like to really have that information handy.
That's something that we've been requesting from Steve, and I think we're going to probably get it this summer. It's not actually put together yet.
If you have a specific state, Mike, that you're interested in, email Janice and she'll get you that information.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to leave, and hopefully I don't end the meeting for all like I did last time, but I'm going to leave. Robert, if you want to just answer any additional questions, or if you don't know the answer, just take down the question so that I can answer it later.
Are you suggesting there's a question I don't know the answer for?
No, I'm stating firmly and for a fact that there is. Although Glenn is going to be able to stay on probably too, because he's not an adjuster. So, Glenn, if you stay on, if there's a question there, feel free to chime in on it. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, listen, have a great week. You guys know how to get a hold of me. Let's write some claims and make some money this week. Okay. And Linda, I'm gonna get you some paperwork, and same thing, Daniel, you'll get some paperwork so that you can get yourselves signed up. All right.
Sounds great, guys.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, now who wants to talk about Paul that he's gone? All right, I'm gonna just give me 1 second. I'm gonna end the recording. I'm gonna end the recording here. Just give me 1 second to stop.